while since I've done a live stream, so I had the urge. I thought I'd just get on, jump on, see if anybody's out there. And as Krista pointed out to me a few minutes ago, she says, Rob, everybody's working. And I thought, well, I'm working, but I thought, what the heck? I mean, on the East Coast, it's, you know, what, 4 o'clock or something like that, 4:07. And over here on the Middle Coast, or Central Time, it's 3 o'clock. And of course, if you go to the West Coast, well, you know, it's 3 hours behind or whatever the heck it is. But anyway, got to see if I can figure out how to see myself on the laptop. So should anybody join and anybody actually comment, I might be actually able to respond. So let me get that up. It's been a while, like I said, since I've done this. So I've kind of forgotten what the heck it is that I'm doing. So let me find it. It's got to be here somewhere. It must be here somewhere. I'm looking. Wow, how's that for a rookie, right? Let's see. It should be popping up, I would think, any minute over here. I guess I am really out of practice. By the way, if you're just jumping on, say hey, click that thumbs up button, you know, say something, anything, so I'll know if this thing's actually working. It looks like there's 14 people on here. Let me see, is my laptop even working? Heck, I don't know. All right, I'm looking for it. Must be on here somewhere. Wow, it's amazing to me how much out of practice you get doing these kind of things until they actually come up. I guess I'm gonna have to go to a different channel. Let's go over to the RobMotive Rides channel and see if this actually pops up. I think it's gonna be there. It's not actually RobMotive Rides anymore. It's RobMotive Project Cars. All right, so I'm over there. I should be able to go to subscriptions, I think. Let me click this button. Let me move that thing around. Let's go to RobMotive. It looks like, there I am. I am there. Now I get a commercial and it looks like a Sherwin-Williams commercial, which is actually pretty ironic because I've been doing a lot of painting around here. It says it'll play after the ad, so it's holding me hostage. I can't even get out of an ad on my own channel. I get to watch 2 ads, I guess. Now this is for Lending Tree. I don't know why I'm giving them publicity. They're taking it anyway. Well, I guess I would. There I am. Okay, now let's see if there's any comments on here. I got to figure out how to see those again too. Scramble North says afternoon. Scramble North. Afternoon to you. Now, what does Scramble North mean? Is that like you're Canadian or just northern US or maybe you live in Antarctica? That's north, isn't it? Greenland? I don't know. Horrible with geography.
What are you carrying on about?
Say, oh, here comes Krista. She's going to be joining today as well. We've got the full
Holy
Monty.
smoke, what's going on?
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Did you bring your phone?
No, because it's dying. I have to put it on my charger.
Oh, I see. All right, let's see. Let me see the comments here. Saeed, sorry if I'm getting that totally wrong, says, hey,
Saeed.
y'all, how you doing there, man? Chad says, howdy, Rob, what's happening? Chad, it's just, you know, it's a hot, humidish, windy kind of day. You guys might pick up the wind in the background, I don't know. But I decided it's been a while since we've done a live.
He says it's hot and humid.
So let's
and
do
I'm
a
wearing a
live.
sweatshirt.
You're insane. I don't know. Something's wrong with her. This is the Canadian, right?
Right, see? See
El
See
Splendor, hey Rob, my life, nice Jeep. Well, thank you. It's actually her Jeep. It's not my Jeep.
Thank you.
Let's see. My life says nice Jeep. I think I read that already.
just
Ron
did?
Strong. Yeah, I like that name, man. Says nice Jeep. Or no, says hi Rob. Hello, CP 1648 says hey Rob.
Are you stuck?
I'm just as good at this as I always was.
He's stuck on nice Jeep.
Robert M says hello. Jimmy Pham says hey. Jim Mercado Math. I'm sorry. Says hi. I watch your videos almost every day. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Awesome.
Why not every day? That's what I want to know.
How are you guys doing down there?
Get up, grab some morning coffee.
If I remember right, there
Tea.
was a pretty decent hurricane that came through there, so I hope you guys are doing okay.
All right. Jimmy Pham says yay.
Yay.
Pratliff says hello from West Texas.
West Texas.
Well, howdy.
How's it going, eh?
SK, we just had snow here in Canada, Alberta. I pity you. I pity you.
I wish I was there.
No, she doesn't.
I really do.
She doesn't.
I do. I really do.
I don't know
I
about
really,
you.
really
Something
do.
wrong with you. Robert M. says, Rob has adult supervision.
Yes, he needs it.
This is true. John Bailey. Hey, John, what's up? It's been a while. John says, well, what a surprise to see Krista and Rob. LOL.
It's been a while. How you doing?
It's like a double whammy, man. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent.
Yeah, we hit you twice. Boom.
G. Mercado says, this is George. All right, that's better. Hi, George. George from Puerto Rico. My life says, nice Jeep. There it is. There's another one in the background. It's the Gladiator. It's right there. You might be able to see it right there. It's out there as well. We are a Tacoma Jeep / Mercedes family now. Let's see. Saeed says, it's Saeed NMB, stands for North Myrtle Beach.
Very cool.
Scramble North. I was in Puerto Rico 2 weeks before the hurricane. Hope everything is okay there. Love the island. Hopefully it's okay.
I hope so.
I don't know. Jimmy Pham says, your wife here, that's why I said yay.
Yay.
You know, I haven't been on here in months.
Neither have
And
I.
I still am catching grief from folks on the channel. Can you believe that? I don't know, man. So what have you guys been doing? I mean, I haven't seen or heard anything in the way of live streaming from anybody in quite a while.
Whose fault is that?
It's yours.
It's not mine.
You said, Rob, I
He's
want you
lying.
all to myself. You are so wonderful. I can't stand to share you
He's lying.
with anybody else. What could I say? What could I do? So that's the real reason
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
there is a fantastic video coming out Wednesday. Not that they aren't all fantastic anyway, but there's one coming out on Wednesday where Krista has a pretty substantial role.
Oh, dear Lord.
So for any
I'm
Krista,
afraid. I'm very,
Krista-
very afraid.
for any Krista fans out there, you're going to get a big dose on Wednesday. Now,
I am afraid.
that's not to say that the other videos aren't just as good. I'm not saying that at all. But somebody here has a major role coming up.
Oh, boy.
Scramble North says, and I named my channel Scramble North when I rode my Triumph Scrambler to Prudhoe Bay. Prudhoe? Do you know that place? That's somewhere
Where's
in
this?
Canada.
Name my channel
You don't know what it is
when I
either, do
rode
you?
my Triumph
Maybe he
Scrambler.
just made that up. I assume that's in Canada. Maybe it's in the U.S. I don't know.
He's in Alberta, isn't he?
Right, but he could have
So
taken
it's
a long
somewhere
ride.
in
I don't
Alberta?
know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
My life, still in love with my pedal commander. Yes, the pedal commander. It is an awesome device. And I should speak on this for a minute because, and I made a video about it. So, you know, and this isn't a pedal commander commercial. Although there is a link down below. If you want to go there and pick one up, you can save some money. But I like it better because of the Bluetooth connectivity. I can set that thing up on my phone, have it up in front of me on the dash or in my hand, and I can, you know, change settings or whatever I want to. Plus, it just has a more substantial controller. I can see it better. You know, I'm not 22 years old anymore. At 25.
You need to fix your chat.
When you get a little bit older, you know, you start to need to see a little bit better. By the way, I was on Top Chat, so if I missed any comments, I am on live chat now. Let's see. Randall Upton. Randall, what's up, buddy? Randall says, Krista does add something special to any video.
Why, thank you.
I don't know how to take that. I'll just take that as a compliment for you. Not a ding against me in any way, even if it is. Scramble North says,
As far north as you can go in
Alaska. Wow, so you were riding around in Alaska on a motorcycle?
Were seriously in the cold weather.
That had to be cold, man. I assume you wore like extra padding and a leather jacket and heated gloves.
Yeah, really, you don't wear leather in that cold.
It deflects the wind.
It is not advisable.
Well, you wouldn't just wear leather. I mean,
You
that
cannot.
would be part of
Yeah. You can't.
George says, I'm waiting to see a video of you going off-road with your Tacoma. Well, it could happen someday, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's funny. You would think here in South Texas, other than the beach, you would have a lot of off-road trails. Now, there are off-road places, but they're like 3 or 4 hours away from me, other than the beach. I'm not driving 3 or 4 hours to go drive around in some dirt for an hour or two and then drive 3 or 4 hours back. I'm just not going to do it. I'm waiting for somebody in the area. And by the way, if anybody sees this that's from the area and you have land and I can go out and drive my truck around on it, I would really appreciate that. I really would. There is a trail. It's interesting. There's a trail near me that rides along a river. And the problem is, right out front posted says no trespassing.
No gate.
It looks like a fun trail to me, but when they tell you right off the bat, no trespassing,
That's a little...
I tend to think you should probably pay attention to that. I mean, I do live in Texas, right? You never know what might happen. You might just get a stronger taste of that river. I don't know. Let's see.
Wow.
Pratliff says, lift kit on the Gladiator. No, I do not have a lift kit on the Gladiator, just taller tires.
I have a lift kit on mine.
Oh, she does. She's got a 3.2
ready lift.
on hers. And that's why it looks a little tall back there.
She's awesome.
Scramble North. That's why we are lucky in Arizona. Plenty of places to go off-road. I know, you just
Yeah.
basically go outside and you're off-road. And it's flat, right? In the desert. And you just drive around. I don't know. Uno, Roberto, and the adorable Krista. Hello.
How's it
How
going?
you doing? By the way, you've had it for a couple of days now. How is the booster doing on your Tacoma? I know you said you liked it before. Do you still? And I would think so. I don't know why you wouldn't. Randall Upton says, yeah, you off-roading, probability is low. Oh, that's a slam. That's like a punch in the gut right there.
That's a little...
Bill says, Rob, how do you afford all your toys? Well, you see, I'm kind of like a YouTube gigolo. You know, I get on here and people just throw cash at me. They send it to my P.O. box. And that's what I wish it was, you know. I worked for 23
Wow.
years, put
Just
money in the
wow.
bank. I do make some money doing this. So, you know, you do what you do. Plus, when you trade cars in that are not that old, they have equity. So it's not like when I trade things off, I'm losing a ton of money. Stress the ton part. You always lose something unless you get really lucky or break even. I did that with the Santa Cruz. I broke even on that vehicle. Didn't cost me anything to have it for a few months. So, Daniel says, hey, Rob. Peace. DL Farms. Hey, guys, from Canada.
How's it going, eh?
Did you notice Krista's shirt? Look, right there. See that?
Yep.
It says Canada.
Fellow
How
Canadian.
apropos
A fellow Canadian.
is that? Whereabouts in Canada, by the way? I'm curious. Bill Coles, you were cool till you got the Benz, LOL. What? Hey, there is nothing better than a Mercedes-Benz. I mean, they are awesome. I was thinking of wearing
couple
this on my
months,
shirt.
probably.
Right here, you know? Put
Maybe
a little,
maybe a couple
like a
months.
little pin right there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There's nothing like
Just
the
gonna blow it off.
Mercedes-Benz. I've had one before. I loved it, and I love this one. And by the
And
way,
he loved it so much he
there-
got rid of it.
there's some pretty risky mods I'm doing to this thing. One I've already
Yes.
done on that channel. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
You gotta look.
check out RobMotive Project Cars. It's my other channel, one of my other two channels. RobMotive JT, of course, about the Jeep Gladiator. Do you know what JT stands for?
Jerry trip.
Oh my God. Jeep truck. That's why it's
I'm kidding.
JT. Let's see. Where am I? Boy, I'm getting backed up. What do we got? 37 people on here now.
That's awesome.
Scramble North says, I live in the mountains, but yes, right out my backyard. See, there you go. I wish I had that. I
Yeah.
don't. Pratliff, if you have the time, Big Bend National Park is great. Some of the trails, nothing too hard, but fun. Sounds good to me.
And that's about 4 hours.
Oh my God.
I know,
Dan,
God forbid.
Dan Mills, are you getting an updated Tacoma? Oh, of course. Well, I mean, when it comes out someday, like in the year 2080, I don't know, whenever they actually send one. But I might wait a little while, although I don't think I'd be able to put my hands on one right away anyway, unless, of course, my brethren at Toyota are watching this, you know, the higher-ups over there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all watch my channel.
The GM.
You Toyota guys, get a hold of me. Email me. I'd love to have one of your trucks for free so that I could put it on the channel and give it a little bit of publicity for free. I'm just saying, you know. Jimmy Pham says, you still drink tea? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't think I'll ever not drink tea.
And I still drink coffee.
Yeah, nasty stuff.
No more Keurig, though.
Macarena. I remember that name. Aloha kakakokehaewa. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun. I just am too ignorant to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Bill Cole said something. Bill Cole says Nova Scotia. Gotcha.
Awesome.
That's Canadian. Right?
I've never been. I'd love to go.
Uno says, Rob, the booster is awesome. I have a doo-doo eating grin every time I slam on the accelerator. I currently have it set at race 4.
That's
awesome
awesome.
Devices. Nothing wrong with the booster either. I mean, I like the pedal commander because of the Bluetooth connectivity. First of all, that's awesome. And I like the control unit better too. It's just easier to see and more intuitive, in my opinion.
I still have the booster on mine and I don't have an issue.
You probably forget it's even there.
Oh no, I know it's there.
Oh, she knows it's
I
there.
hit that accelerator. Are you kidding me?
Nathan Gavant. Thoughts on the rumors of Toyota making a cheaper, smaller, more basic version of the Tacoma to rival the Ford Maverick? Excited,
I've
expectations, love from Ontario, Canada.
I lived in Toronto for 10 years.
I think that would be awesome.
I've heard those rumors.
I know, probably from me. I would love to see a smaller, like
tiny.
throwback even, Toyota Tacoma. Do I think it's going to happen? Yeah, I don't think they have a choice unless the bottom falls out of the small truck market soon. I've heard Toyota's going to do it, but not until probably 2024, maybe even as a 2025. So they're taking their time, and by the time it gets there, it can easily be scrapped. So I did hear they're going to build it on the RAV4 platform, by the way. This info, now that I'm talking about it, actually is because of Randall, you know, the guy who's detracting me for going off-road, or not, sent me some information on it. So thanks, Randall. I appreciate that. Bill Coles, beam me up, Scotty. That was an old show before our time, right?
It was in your
back in like 1960
It was before my time, but it was in your time.
Saeed says, what Benz model do you have? It is a C300, and I believe it has...
It was an E.
No.
Okay.
And I believe it has sport touches to it, because there are things on it that shouldn't be on just a basic. But
I think we think it was
it's
built.
awesome.
It was
I
built
love it.
a certain way.
Yeah, I think it was actually
Ordered.
spec'd out and built and ordered, but who knows. It's a single owner, by the way. It's not new. DL Farm says, great Canadian sweater, and I'm in New Brunswick.
Awesome.
Do you know where that is?
Yes.
Okay. Is that next to Old Brunswick?
No, it's in the Maritime Provinces.
What does that mean? They have water?
It's on the Atlantic.
It's nice. Nice to know.
I've never been out that way. That's a drag.
me
I would
neither.
love to go. I've heard the scenery there. The wildlife is just amazing.
El Splendor, Rob, I'd like to see a roof rack install on the Benz. You're going to have to check out a different channel, because that's not happening.
Luggage rack.
Macarena, we have a Mercedes-Benz too. You have excellent taste. What flavor do you have? George, I just watched a video of the new engine Toyota is producing, very powerful. Could you find more information on it? I'll have to look. I don't know. I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it. DL Farm says, Bill Coles, fellow, my cursor was covering up the F.
Yeah.
Fellow Maritimer. We have 3 Canadians on here.
That's awesome.
Counting you. There may be more. I don't know.
Maybe. That's awesome.
Uno says, Krista, can you finally sneak Rob's truck out to go mudding since it's automatic?
I'll get on that.
That'll be no. Juan. Hey, Juan, what's up, buddy? Juan is a fellow Rio Grande resident. Juan says, howdy. Rob and Krista, hope you guys are doing well. We're doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Randall Upton says, Big Bend, call it 10 and a half hours. See, I'm going to drive 10 and a half hours to go off-roading for an hour or two, and then drive 10 and a half hours back?
I'm thinking of the place outside of El Paso.
That's just too far.
What is it,
That's like a 2-day trip,
Guatemalan National Park or something
Randall Upton says, each way. Yeah, that's what I figured. So you're talking
I'm out on that.
22 hours? I
My
can't get her to
long-distance
go
driving
anywhere
days.
for half an hour.
My long-distance
My back
driving.
is so sore. My back.
I'd gladly switch places with you.
Honey, you couldn't handle this. It's true.
Yeah.
Run Forest says, well, look who is on. Beans, and Rob.
Hi, Forrest.
You see that? I catch flack, and I haven't even been on here for months, and I still catch
That's
flack.
awesome.
Saeed says, that's a nice model. I want an SL one day. Very nice as
Nice.
well. Uno says, I had no idea y'all were Canadian. Cool.
Just me.
I'm not Canadian. This one is. See,
Well,
I
I
met
lost
her.
my mind and married an American.
If you don't know the story, I'm going to tell you the story.
Oh,
you see,
God.
one
Wait,
day,
what's your version of the story?
one day I was on the internet, and I was in an adult, not that kind, single
it
parents chat room.
It was, back in the
Looking
day.
for ideas and suggestions on single parenting
So was
my
I.
infant child.
So was I.
So I'm just minding my business, innocent as could be, and what happens? From the background, some beans thing says, hey baby, you're hot.
You're so funny.
I'm like, what?
His handle.
How could you even know? You've never even seen me. I didn't have any pictures.
No,
This
no,
was
no.
back in like the AOL or AOL days.
I was
you know?
still doing most of my work on DOS. No. You had a
So,
handle.
being the
That-
male that I am, I said, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And she says,
He's-
hey, why don't I come see you sometime? And what am I going to say? I'm like, send me a picture first. I mean, I got to see what you look like. Are you even female? I don't know. So none of it went like that, actually. My handle was how you doing 65. And she says,
I thought it was funny, so I said, hey, how you doing?
how you doing? And that was it.
And that's how it started.
That was the way it went
It was
right
all
there.
my fault.
Anyway, that's the whole story. Hope I didn't bore you all too much. Let's see. Scramble North says, is there any way to get rid of the rev hang on a manual Tacoma? Now, this thing must have the most annoying manual transmission I've ever had. 2022 Tacoma TRD Off-Road. I have spoken at length about the
yes.
horrid manual transmission in the Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, yes.
It must be 20 years old, at
yes.
least, maybe more. I don't know. I think
No
they went
upgrades
back
on
to
that baby.
they went back to the Ford or Pinto and borrowed theirs. I don't know. It's horrible. Is there any way to get rid of it? You could try the pedal commander to get rid of throttle lag. That might help somewhat. I'll be honest. I had the manual 2020, and when I put the booster in that one at the time, Sprint booster, I never noticed any rev hang anyway, honestly, maybe slightly. But after I put that in, I had no problem. So you
Might
could
work.
try that. I don't know, because I never really experienced it myself. So that would be my suggestion. Other than that, I don't know of any way to affect it otherwise. Pratliff says, if you go to Big Bend, you need to spend a few days there. It's huge. That's the thing, man. I mean, I'd have to spend
Camping,
more
here
time
we
than
go.
I have to spend camping.
Yeah.
We're big campers.
I would be, but
You can
we'd have
as
to
long
bring-
as
we'd have
long
to
as
bring
we
a-
can as long as we can drive 10 minutes and camp in the Walmart parking lot. I mean,
That's not what I'm talking about.
El Splendor says, you two are cracking me up, LOL. Well, it's just the truth. It's the story. What can I say? My version of it anyway.
Oh my God.
Randall Upton says, you being innocent is a stretch. I am. I am
He
so
is-
innocent.
It is such a ridiculous stretch.
True flat. Any moment, I think Rob is going to get slapped. You never know. You can't see what's going. Never mind.
Oh my God.
Uno says true flat, or Uno says true flat. I vote Rob gets slapped by Krista. I thought we were
True
buddies.
that.
I thought we were
True
buddies.
that.
I thought we were friends. I
We
made
are.
you a heck of a deal on the Sprint booster. I could have sold that thing for more money. I would have if I could have. Let's see. True flat, laughing out loud.
True
laughing
that.
out loud like
It's
a
true.
maniac.
I think it's supposed to be true that.
It says true flat.
Well, I don't
It does not say true dat. I assume he didn't mess up, or she, 2 letters. I don't know if this is a man, a woman.
Close enough.
I don't know.
Oh, no, that True Flat is the name of it.
Right. What are you saying?
I don't know.
You,
Never
you
mind.
were just trying to read. You thought he typed that like True Dad.
Sorry.
Wow. And people say I'm out of it. Scramble
I get it
North
from
says,
him.
I drove a Jeep GT with a manual transmission and everything about it was fantastic. The clutch was a little light, but it was great. You mean a JT? I assume you mean the JT, and I bet it was. I bet it was.
Yeah.
Best manual transmission I've ever driven is the Honda Civic. You know, Honda has the manual transmission down. I've driven higher end cars that had good transmissions, but those are like supercars and things, you know. Scramble North says JT. Yep, gotcha. Robert M says Rob's a diva. Now, the important
He
part
is.
here is he's asking a question. He
He's
put a
asking
question
you.
mark.
I just answered
And
it for you.
the answer's no.
He's a
I'm
diva.
not. I am just a normal, humble.
He prances around the house.
Prance-
Yeah, he's
yeah, I do this. Hi, honey. That's why in all my videos I go, hey, welcome to the channel. How y'all doing?
oh, he's a diva.
I don't do that.
I'm just chill.
public.
He's the diva.
Bill Cole says, go get a camper for your taco. No, I'm not a camper. When I was little, we camped. I liked it till I got a little older, and then the mosquitoes came, and then I was aware the mosquitoes had come, and then I almost burned a camper down once. And it was hot. It rained all the time. I mean, there's just nothing good about it after that, you know? Let's see.
If it wasn't for my back, I'd be all
MP
for it.
Gunther says, hi, guys. Mr. MP, how you
How's it
doing?
going?
Uno says, Rob, he's laughing like a maniac. I love you, brother. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I'm being honest here. Run Forest says, never questioned beans. You know what beans cause, don't you? It's tough.
Double whammy for you then.
Uno says, Bill Coles, those campers are the tacos are an eyesore for me. Those tacos, wait a minute, those campers for the tacos are an eyesore for me. Well, it's not about appearance when you're buying a camper. It's about a place to put your head down at night, I assume.
Those tacos for, yeah.
Uno said 4. Yeah, I get it. He's playing golf. You know, I don't know. I don't know why he's yelling out 4. Pratliff says, perfect opportunity to turn the Gladiator into an Overlander, or mods, more videos, etc. You know, I kind of went that route a little bit with my Voodoo Blue Tacoma. I was kind of heading that way, and then I thought, you know, I got to be true to myself. You know, I'm not an Overlander. I like the looks of them, which is why I thought it might be okay for me, because I think they look awesome.
They're
But
pretty cool.
if no one has figured out yet, I am deeply into aesthetics. So I really like the looks of it, but I'm more of a hybrid, if you will. I like some of the overlanding features, but I like them combined with more of the mall crawler features. Because let's face it, my Tacomas, as you guys well know if you watch the channel, are typically on asphalt. I would say are always on asphalt. So for me to have an Overlander would not make a lot of sense, I don't think. Doesn't mean I won't ever do it, because again, I do like the looks of them, but you know, it's just not my gig. Uno says, kind of half
He's
laughing,
getting cracked up
says,
somewhere.
Rob, you're cracking me up.
Tent trailer.
Well, I try to be somewhat humorous when I can. Ryan DeBoy. You think that's how it's pronounced? Or is it DeBoer? DeBoer. I think it's DeBoy. I'm going with DeBoy. If I'm wrong, let me know. Ryan says tent trailer. Oh God, tents are even worse. Ugh, tents?
I liked camping when I was a kid.
You know,
but now I'm...
if I could hook up the house and take it with me, you know, that might be okay, I guess, for like a half a day or something, but
You can get one of those tiny houses.
that's not this house.
No
I said
kidding.
this
We'd have
house.
to sell this one.
Not a tiny house.
That's
That's a
the only
camper
thing
on
you-
wheels.
That's the only thing you'd be able to...
No. Uno says, Krista, when Rob is asleep, dye Fred the same color as his taco since he didn't do it with Old Blue.
I know, right? He said he was going to do it and he didn't.
You know, it's not that far off now. I mean, the
It's
Tacoma's a bit grayer. This is a bit whiter. But it is
Yeah, but you
what it
owe
is.
everybody blue.
I don't know anybody anything. I
You said
told
you're gonna do
Uno
it.
that if he managed, and I put this
If you tell the
solely.
people you're gonna do something,
All right,
then you gotta do what you said.
I would. I told the people. This is what I told the people. Uno knows this because he was the recipient of it, or he was on during that day. I told the people that if they got the channel to 50,000 subscribers by the end of December this year, 2022, I would dye your hair blue.
He's so full of crap.
We still have time.
He's not dyeing my
We
hair.
still have
anything.
time. If everybody on, I mean, I'm assuming that everybody on here other than Uno probably knows 3 or 4, 10 or 20 people, maybe 100 people. Maybe they work somewhere, maybe in a plant or a factory where there's hundreds of people. And if they could just convert them to RobMotive subscribers, we could get there, you and I, together. I mean, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
Oh my God.
I get on here.
Are you gonna get down on one knee?
And I pontificate.
He's gonna get down on one knee in a minute. Just so you know.
If that would help, I would do it. I would do it.
I'll
But
look
anyway,
together.
that's the scoop. 50,000 subscribers by the end of December. Do I think that's going to happen? Man, I wish it would, but you know. And it'll go voodoo blue or gray. He wants gray now. So I guess it
You
goes
didn't say
magnetic
that.
gray metallic.
You didn't
I'm
say
putting
that.
words in his mouth because
You are.
he
You didn't
can't,
say that.
he can't
wants
interrupt
blue.
me.
Unfortunately, he's a light sleeper, so I'd never be able to do it.
Pratliff says, need Dana 44s on the bends. You never know. Ratliff Upton says,
Ratliff.
aesthetics, why I left a Tacoma for the Gladiator. There you go. Randall is living proof. You see, he has a car fetish. I can say that, can't I? A car fetish for, no, that's the wrong, that's not,
Truck.
that doesn't even work.
Truck.
He has an affliction. That's
Affliction.
not right either. He has
An illness?
a yearning. He has a yearning, a deep yearning for the Jeep Gladiator. That's why he got rid of his Tacoma, which I think he had a day and a half or something like that, and went to the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I found mine.
I found my Jeep.
Yeah.
Uno says blue dye. He's
Exactly.
laughing. That Uno is one of the happiest cats I think I've ever seen. Run Forest says, we want to see you grow a full-size Texas man beard. It's too
You
hot.
be quiet.
It's too hot.
We do not.
I've had full beards before. If you watch the channel, you've seen them. I've had them, but it's so hot here now that it would kill me. This is about all I can stand. Run Forest says, not the love patch. I like that. Udo says, Krista would look so punk rock with blow hair.
Blue.
That says blow.
Honey. I would, wouldn't I?
And then he's got a heart with one of these okay
I'd
deals.
be a punk rockin' grandmother.
Bill
that's
Cole
for sure.
says, what are the best formats for the Tacoma? Any idea? Yes, I do. Huskies. Huskies are by far the best. So are the OEMs. If you're not going to go OEM, go Husky. WeatherTechs, sorry WeatherTech, theirs are too firm. And they're so firm that the edges don't lay down. They stand up. So you have a gap between the edge of the floor mat and the sill where stuff can get in, like snow and crud and crap in the winter.
Yep.
I don't understand why anybody buys them when you've got choices like the OEMs and Husky. Huskies are great. That's what I have in my Tacoma now. And if you want to see them, just search RobMotive Floor Liner or RobMotive Husky. By the way, I'm going to give a little class right here.
Oh,
just
boy.
because. If you're looking for anything in particular, all you have to do on YouTube is put in the channel name, RobMotive, of course, space, and then whatever it is you're looking for. And videos that I've done.
No,
Thought I turned that off.
evidently not.
Well, we had a quick phone call. I'm assuming I got rid of it before it got rid of us.
Yeah.
Yes, it looks like it. So sorry if I had a glitch there. Someone called on my phone, which I forgot to turn off the call feature. So if it happens again and I suddenly disappear, then you'll know why. All right, let's catch up a little bit here. We're talking man beards and love patches. What kind of chat is this? Randall says, gotta go later. Randall, thanks for stopping by. We'll
Have
see
a
you,
good one.
buddy. Toyota 4Runner. When will you buy another taco? And if so, what color would you get? Would you ever buy a white one? I won't buy another one until the new version is out. I've had almost every trim level there is. There's really no reason for me to buy another one at this point. I would have bought white. Before I bought the one that's outside, the magnetic gray metallic, I wanted white. I was gonna go Stormtrooper, but they sold it while I was standing there. So I went with the next best for me, and that was the magnetic gray metallic. My favorite color is Voodoo Blue. If I was going to buy another one and Voodoo Blue was available, I probably would buy Voodoo Blue, followed by that new Octane, which I really like, and then Barcelona Red. I also like the green. I like the sand. There's a lot of them I like.
Different color.
I know.
I want to have that.
Pratless says, I love my Gladiator. Awesome. Saeed says, I actually like my WeatherTech. I've never had an issue when I was mudding or in the field.
Well,
there you go. A contradicting opinion.
That's good.
Which are allowed here. Let's see. Uno says, Rob, would you recommend wheel spacers for a stock height and wheel setup? Was wondering to have my tires poke out a little out of the wheel wells. Can't remember if I asked you that already. That's tough, because if you don't have any kind of a lift and you bring the wheels out, you're probably gonna have a rubbing problem, depending on what size tires you're running.
Well, they're OEM.
I would be very careful. Do I have a problem with spacers? Not as far as up to about 1.5 inches, something like that. That's about it. I wouldn't go any more than that, although I don't know if they're a problem, but I don't think 1.5, 1 inch is a big deal. Just watch your spacing and your rubbing potential. Run Forest says, I do like the Husky products. Use them in my Silverado T-Boss. See, there's another opinion.
Cool.
Scramble North says, love my 4Runner. I might consider selling the Tacoma for a Rubicon JT. It's an awesome truck. I mean, if it wasn't for the reliability concern that Jeeps have, I would probably put it ahead. I know, it's horrible to say, but I'd probably put it ahead of the Tacoma.
I've never had an issue.
It's
over 4 years old.
You don't ever drive it, so it's hard to tell.
Well, I do.
Let's see. Bill Cole says, mine stick out, 265, 65R17, 25.5 offset, no rubbing. Awesome.
There you go.
Uno says, okay, that makes sense, Rob. I'd probably need a slight lift on the truck then. It depends. Again, it really depends on what you're doing. How much you're talking about your 2012 Tacoma. How much has your suspension settled in that period of time? I mean, who knows? Uno says, Bill Coles. Nice, brother. Nice. Let's see. Scramble North says, yes, the 3.6 Gambler. You mean Scrambler, I assume? Which is a pretty neat trim, by the way.
Interesting.
My sweet tea right now is at the perfect temperature. That temperature that allows more of the flavor to come out, but it's not so warm that it's not good to drink. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. Unlike your nasty jar of tar. Anyway,
coffee.
we have been on here for about 37 minutes that is. And I think it's time to bid you all adieu. Just wanted to get on. I haven't been on for a while.
Say hey.
Say what y'all doing. Catch up with the peeps. And that's it. So stay tuned. I have some pretty cool mods coming, particularly for the Mercedes back here and the Jeep Gladiator. And of course, there's always stuff coming for the Tacoma. Don't forget, Wednesday is a big video for Krista. It should be pretty darn cool. Scramble North says, no, I meant I've known people who personally that I had to have their 3.6 liter Jeep engine replaced. Gotcha. Uno says, Rob and Krista, it was awesome chatting with y'all. Need to do more of these more often. Take care. We will here and there. Toyota 4Runner says, what is your thoughts on buying a Ford F-150 with a 5.0 V8? Been thinking about it because I do not like the 2022 Tundra V6. I'd buy a Ram or even a Chevy probably before I'd buy an F-150. I had problems with the F-150 transmission, so I don't think much.
Yeah, we had 2 in a row with the same problem.
Yeah. Robert M. says, have a great day. You too, Robert. Saeed says, good seeing you all. You too. Michael says, what's the fuel rims going on? What's the fuel? Nothing. They're just boxes. They're wheels that I put on the Jeep Gladiator, I believe. They have Jeep wheels in them now. So if anybody's in the Harlingen area and looking for some Jeep wheels, hit me up. I'm going to sell them. They're the black wheels off of the Mojave. Let's see. MP Gunther says, nice to catch up for a little bit. See ya. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping in. Bill Cole says, later. Go for a big drive. Ciao.
Ciao.
Good idea. Thanks for being on, everybody, and thanks for supporting and watching the channel. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of the week.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.